So what I think about Allen Iverson's book Misunderstood is his memoir. I think it's a good read. I think he's a very compelling figure. Um, I always say that in a culture where you had all the mainstream people, people that were anointed, um, like when you had obviously for every Michael Jordan and every Tiger Woods that was presented as, the way they want to uphold people a certain way, you had people like Mike Tyson and Allen Iverson. And it was like counterculture. Oh God, where do I begin with Iverson? I lived in Hampton Roads, and I remember when he was at Bethel High football. And the funny story is that whole racial breakdown at the bowling alley that was around the corner from my grandmother's house. And I remember it was by the old Rucker, the Shoney's, that bowling alley. And the first black governor, Douglas Wilder, got him a pardon. Coach John Thompson for Georgetown brought him in. The funny thing is when I watched Above the Rim, the movie with Tupac in it, what have you, that movie reminded me of Allen Iverson's story. It was such a trip. Certain aspects of it definitely reminded me of. But AI, a fascinating character, came in the NBA, the braids, the tats, the cornrows, hip hop baggy, etc. League MVP, won that first game against the Lakers when Shaq was at his ultimate powers. They did lose that series. The Lakers beat him, but he was playing ball against Shaq and Kobe. And, he had a lot of detractors. That crossover against Michael Jordan at the time, when you go at Michael Jordan, that alone was like the Odell Beckham one-handed catch. It's like, where were you when that happened? Um, but he talks about that he quit drinking alcohol. He talks about his marriage, his relationships, his different things, and how he's been misunderstood. Because when you think about it, right, like Mike Tyson, it's amazing we still got him. And let's give him up. Let's give that he's a blessed soul, because when you think you're reckless and you see everything that's going on and the whole thing, well, that life is romanticized, but it's short lived. It either ends up locked up or you end up in the grave. So the fact that AI had the spiritual know-how and to keep and continue is amazing. What the great that we still have this man with us to this day, and that he has stories to share and to tell, and that how you can overcome so much. Because sometimes it is like self-destructive. Sometimes it is done in such a way where, you just don't see a good ending to it in sight. And the fact that he